Michael Bloomberg gets the endorsement of the D.C. mayor, Muriel Bowser, and a new Reuters Ipsos poll has the former New York mayor at number 3.
We are back with Molly Mitchell, former director of media affairs for the DCCC, and also Gabby Orr, White House reporter for Politico. All right, let's throw up actually the poll first so we can get the overall state of the race. This is Reuters Ipsos. Shows Bloomberg at 12%, plus or minus 5 percentage points. We should say pretty big, pretty healthy margin of error in this poll, but is consistent with other polls that have shown Bloomberg rising as well fairly consistently. I mean, of course, no shock when you carpet bomb the airwaves and the YouTube waves and everything else with Bloomberg ads, which are actually pretty good ads, that you're going to see a bump in the poll. But, I mean, Gabby, what do you think his theory of the case is? What is he hoping to accomplish?
Well, he's like this phantom that's like lurking in the shadows, just ready to sort of blow up the entire Democratic Party come Super Tuesday. Right. And one of the funniest things about his candidacy so far to me is if you looked at the comments that Mayor Muriel Bowser made about why she was supporting him, she talked about the fact that he's running a campaign focused on a broad coalition of states and not on Iowa and New Hampshire, where we've heard a lot of Democrats recently say these are majority white states that are now about to decide who our Democratic nominee is. The funny thing is he has to do that because he jumped into the race so late. Yeah. It's not as though Michael Bloomberg
kindness
said,
of his heart.
No, and yet he's getting all of these mayoral endorsements. He's getting a lot of praise for reaching out to broader coalitions of voters, to minority voters. It's just remarkable.
And if you dig in the crosstabs, he is picking up support with African Americans. Mr. Mayor Stop and Frisk, who only apologized for that as he decided to launch this campaign. But he is targeting effectively in certain circumstances African American voters.
What do you think, Molly?
He is, and I think that's why the Mayor Bowser thing is significant, because she is a prominent figure in not just the political community, but obviously in the African American community. That's a great endorsement for him to get. I think that she also singled out that his focus on healthcare and also affordable housing, which is a big issue not only here in D.C. but across the country.
He was terrible on affordable housing as mayor.
I mean, there are
that's true. Positive things you could say about his record, but he was the one who was like, Manhattan's a luxury good. I mean, housing prices were
That's the fascinating thing about Bloomberg, Gabby, is I've covered this extensively, which is the sheer amount of money that he's poured into these people's campaigns, but more importantly, into nonprofits. He's got this thing called the Mayor's Forum that he does with Harvard's business school, the Kennedy or whatever. And Chicago's Lori Lightfoot, she was on this show. Very nice things to say about Michael Bloomberg. She participated in that forum. San Francisco, London Breed, who endorsed Michael Bloomberg. She's coincidentally a participant in this forum. Mayor of Columbia, South Carolina, oh, shocking, received a Bloomberg nonprofit award. He's basically, look, he has bought at least the very capability of being considered very nicely by a lot of these mayors, and he's racking up a lot of endorsements.
A couple weeks ago on MLK Day, he was in Oklahoma, I believe, at a place where he had given a $30 million gift just a couple years ago, and was there speaking to a crowd of African American voters and others in rural parts of the state that he's trying to go after. It's difficult to say after seeing how this entire candidacy has played out that money doesn't talk in politics. Because Michael Bloomberg is running a campaign that is entirely driven by sheer amounts of money that he can spend. And I think he is doing it in a very strategic way, too. I mean, look at the Super Bowl ad that his campaign teased out this week. It's going to be focused on nothing but gun control. And as we were just saying, he is looking to attract African American voters, among whom gun control and gun law reforms are very important. So it's not as though he's just throwing money at the wind and hoping it lands somewhere.
They are important, although we look at the polls. The number one issue for African American voters is health care. Number two is climate. Social Security is also actually very central. But he's not going to make the economic case because he can't, because he doesn't support policies that they would like so much on economics, although he did have a very good anti-Trump prescription drug price ad that was quite effective.
We've played his ads. They're fantastic.
They're very good.
They're the best of the cycle, I have to say so far. The healthcare ones in particular are very strong. And I do think that while everyone is talking about electability and trying to make sure that they're coming out on top in Iowa, that is nice to have, to your point, unlimited resources and pound the healthcare message
Let's call it what it is. This is oligarchy. I mean, where you can basically not only buy the airwaves, buy the endorsements, bought the photo op with Stacey Abrams, programs by, donating to her.
$5 million.
Her nonprofit is great. I'm glad it has more money. But then what does that get you? That gets you a photo op with a very prominent, very important figure in the African American community. Once again, doesn't have to face any scrutiny on the debate stage because he's not taking any donations. Has his own media company with his name on it, right? That is not going to investigate. I already said they're not going to investigate him, right? This is oligarchy. That's what it is, plain and simple.
And one of the most interesting things about this is, let's just say hypothetically it comes down to a Bernie Sanders and Michael Bloomberg race.
Oh my God.
What is the Democratic Party, the institutions of the Democratic Party, they either have to choose at that point to support somebody who has the voter enthusiasm, but maybe not necessarily the electability argument or the policies that moderate Democrats would support,
right,
or somebody who has bought their way to the nomination, who represents everything that almost every candidate in this race besides Michael Bloomberg has showed open disdain for the past 11 months.
Well, they support the 9th richest man in the world to be their nominee.
And it's not just that, though. It's also about who has power in this town, because that's the thing, is Sanders' administration means that a lot of people have had a lot of gig flow, have had a lot of access, the donor community. I mean, I was just speaking to a donor recently who, Molly, they love to get the pictures. They don't even care. Even some of them don't even care that you actually do the things, but they want to have their ear. They want to be able to have their phone calls answered. All of that under Sanders' administration is done. It's over. And so that is the real fight within the Democratic elites. And I'll tell you, if they use dirty tactics to try to throw the nomination to Michael Bloomberg when Sanders is ahead, it will destroy the party.
I just don't think that we're going to see the Democratic Party getting super involved in this because of 2016. I mean, I think they're going to really stay out, and I hope that there
didn't look like that with the DNC picks that he just made.
That's true.
Well, I really think that everyone wants there to be a clear nominee. I hope that we're not down to 2. I don't think anyone wants that, and it's not good for the prospects of beating Trump.
No.
That's what the problem is. If the election were held today, I think it would be very difficult to say that, it's just, obviously we don't have a nominee, but it's just, it's so fraught still. I think we need a little bit more time. I'm happy that it's already the Iowa caucuses on Monday, so we finally have some it's going to come out,
I need some
turnout. We're going to have some total time.
I hope everybody maintains the commitment to unity that they have been singing for the past number of years.
We'll
Hillary Clinton seemed to get off that message there for a minute.
That's right. Thank you.
Ladies, thank you so much. We appreciate you both. Reminder to you all about our book. We had to get the plug in there.
Of course.
Fabulous Guide to 2020. You can pre-order it now. It is in the top 10 in all of Amazon books, which is insane.
Number 10 number 8. Number 10 right now in the country, was number 6.
Number 5. Yeah, so you got to get us back up there, guys. We got to get to number 1. What are you doing? It's number 1 in elections. It's actually completely insane because there was no big rollout. There was no big press release. It's just you all and the energy that you bring supporting this book, supporting this type of politics. We're extremely grateful for that. And by the way, if you want more information about the book or how to come see us at one of our events, go to rising.substack.com and you can get all the details that you need. We're completely blown away, honestly, by the response to this. So thank you so much for that. We're very grateful.
Thank you.
Now we better go so we can film our 1 million thank you videos.
All right. Next week on Rising, the first official nominating contest of the 20 race is finally here. We've got surrogates for the candidates, local reporters, and even more people.
Oh man, it is going to be so much fun. We're going to be live with our own coverage of the Iowa caucus on Monday night. We've never done this before, so it's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to start at 9 p.m. We'll bring you all the incoming results and expert analysis on everything that you need to know. Friends of the show including Ryan Grimm, Reed Wilson, Zed Jelani, and many more. All your favorites.
All stars.
It's going to be all the things. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the weekend.
See you guys.